Hello children, this is Mrs. Wee, Clarice Lim, founder of I Love Learning Achievement Center. So your P5 end of year examination is coming up. So I prepared this video for those of you who are revising at home. I hope this will benefit you. I chose a Taonan paper because all along I actually like their paper because I think the difficulty level is quite balanced. It is a very good revision paper for the rest of you in other schools, even for students in Taonan, of course. Okay, so I will just refer to this. You won't see my face, but you can hear my voice. So how this will go is that I will actually show you the question. You can pause before I actually review the answer. So if you need to fast forward, you will know what to do. Okay, so basically the answer for number 1 is 2. How do you know that? How do you do this kind of question? So at this point of time, if you don't need my explanation, you can fast forward. So 7 million. Millions is always 60, so you will have to write 7 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 60 behind, and this is 615,000. So 1000 is 30. So what you will need to do is write down the 615 and 3 zeros behind, and there is an 8 at the back, so it will look like this. So if you add everything up, you will get 7615008 in this way. That's why the answer is 2. Now question 2. You can pause the video now, try it yourself. The answer is 3. So why is the answer 3? In my book, the PSLE guidebook, I actually wrote inside a guideline for children that 20-cent coins is actually 3.85 gram. So this is something you need to put inside your memory, okay? 3.85 gram. That is the weight of a 20 cent. So from there, then you can extrapolate. So $1 is actually heavier. So in this case, $1 will, they give you 76, right? So the number is 76 recurringly. So you will make a guess, is definitely 7.6 gram. Then makes sense, right? So they want 10 pieces. 10 pieces means you times 10. If you want a bigger number, you times 10. So means you move the decimal point to the right one time. Okay, so therefore the answer is 76 gram. Okay, number 3. You can pause the video here. If not, I'll review the answer is 3. So how to express as percentage? Every time you see express as a percentage, all you need to remember is times 100. Okay, so times 100, so 0.018, you times 100 means you want a bigger number, just like what we did for question 2. We move to the right 2 times because there's 2 zeros, so it's 1, 2. So the decimal point will be here, therefore the answer is 1.8. Number 4, pause the video. If not, the answer is 1. Why is the answer 1? Because if you see there's decimal point here, when you're doing the difference between decimal points, decimal values, you will need to align the decimal point to the correct places. So in this case, we will have 7.324 minus, because difference is minus, sum is plus, product is times, quotient is divide. So align the decimal point. So the next decimal point is 0.08. If you were to write it this way, some of you might make the mistakes of 0.08. You align everything to the right. That is wrong because the decimal points are at different places. Okay, so this is wrong. Do not do that. Make sure you align the decimal point to the same place. 4 minus nothing is still 4. And then you go on, this is 12, you borrow from here, this is 2, and so 12 minus 8 is 4, 2 minus 0 is 2, and this is 7, so the answer is 7.244. Got it? Okay, let's move on. Okay, question 5, we did the difference is minus and sum is plus, product is actually times. So for me, I teach children how to times fraction using the direct method. Your parents or your teachers might teach you how to do cancellation, but actually there isn't a need to. You can just multiply directly. Okay, so let me review the answer first. The answer is, if you want to pause the video, you can pause now. The answer is 3. Okay, my explanation will be, you multiply directly and so you get the answer 40 over 36. So you ask yourself, how do I express this into a mixed number? You just need to ask yourself, how many 36 are there in 40? There is 1, and that will fetch you a remainder of 4 over 36. So if you simplify this, the answer is 1 and 1 over 9. Okay, question 6. How many quarter turns does the minute have? Okay, so you need to pause the video. You can pause now. If not, I will review. The answer is 10. How do you get 10? Okay, this is how you do it. You need to find out how many minutes and hours there is from 10:30 to 1 o'clock first. So 10:30 over here to 1 o'clock over here. So we stop at the hour. So let's say this is 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, this will be 30 minutes. Okay, so 30 minutes, and then we have 11 to 1, that will be 2 hours, correct? So in 30 minutes, how many turns are there? How many quarter turns is 30 minutes? Quarter turn means every 15 minutes is 1 quarter turn, correct? So if 15 minutes, 1 quarter turn, 30 minutes will be 2 quarter turns. What about 2 hours? So if 1 hour is 4 quarter turn, then 2 hours will therefore be 8 quarter turns. So 8 plus 2, that's how I get answer 10. Okay, let's go down for the next question here. And we have question number 7. You can pause the video here to get the answer. If not, I will review the answer. The answer is actually 3. Okay, so the explanation will be as simple as volume equals to length times breadth times height. Okay, so this might be a new topic to some of you. So this is tested as the basic 20 times 20 times 30. That's how you get 12,000. Simple as that. Okay, let's go on. Number 8. You can read the question, pause the video, and try it on your own. If not, I'm going to review the answer. Answer is 13.5. So Samad runs 3 times a week. Each week he runs 2 1/4 from his home. So the thing is, one direction is 2 1/4 kilometers. So you have to calculate the to and fro. But mixed number, you can't times like that. So you change it into a improper fraction. So 4 times of 2 is 8 plus 1, so it's 9. 9 over 4 times 2, and that's how you get 18 over 4. But he runs 3 times a week, so it's 18 over 4. If you want to simplify it, that will be easier for your mathematical mental sum. 9 over 2, then 9 over 2, you times 3. This is very simple, which is 27. Which is 27 over 2. And you simplify, you get how much? 1, 3 and a half. This is how you get 13.5 kilometers. Okay, number 9. I'll read the question first and then review the answer is 1. Okay, so this is 36 equal squares altogether. How many more squares must be shaded? So 50%. You want 50%, meaning 36. You divide by 2, that's 50%, which is half. Is 18. How many is shaded currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is 5 already. So 18 minus 5, that's how you get 13. Easy question. Let's move on. Okay, so this question, answer is, you can pause the video here. Answer is 4. Table shows the number of books read by some students. How many students read at least 3 books? Okay, so this is a tricky question. They are catching your awareness. At least 3. Meaning you don't want the zeros, you don't want the ones, you don't want the 2. You want the 66, you want the 45, you want the 27. Because these are the students who has read at least 3 books. So you add them together, that's how you get 138. Question 11. Pause the video. The answer is 4. This is, what method is this? I think my students will be very aware of this. There is 2 total and there is 2 items. So the goat has got 4 legs and the duck has got 2 legs. Okay, so I can hear my students shouting, assumption method. Okay, yes, this is assumption method. So we will assume all 25 animals to be goats because they are asking for ducks. So 25 goats will be 25 times 4, which is a simple math, 100. And the difference between this and the original that was given is 68. So why is there a difference? Because of the difference in the number of legs. So if I assume all of them will be goats, of course there's a difference in number, in the total, correct? So the total difference is 32. And this 32 is a result of the difference in the legs, which is 2. So if I divide them, I will be able to gather that the answer is 16 ducks. This is assumption method. Okay, number 12. If you would like more information on assumption method, it is available in my YouTube playlist under Math. Look for assumption method. There's more questions over there that you can try. Question 12, the answer is 2. Okay, so it's 20 identical cookie jars is 4.7. So notice that it is in kilograms. So we will leave the answer in kilograms still. So it's 4.7 divided by 20. So what is this question testing? It's testing your ability to do long division using fractions, using decimals, sorry. So it will be 4. How many 20s are there in 4? Of course, it's 0, correct? So we put the decimal point there. Now we bring down the 47. How many 20s are in 47? There is 2. Okay, simple mental calculation. And there's 40 and that's 7. And now we bring down another 0. So there's 70. How many 20s are there in 70? There is 3. So we have 60 and we minus, we get 10. Let's bring down another 0 and we get 100. How many 20s are there in 100? And there is 5. Okay, so therefore this is 1 cookie jar is 0.235. How many are there in 3 cookie? How much is 3 cookie jars? So 0.235 you times 3 and you get the answer 15. You plus, you get 0 and you get this 7 and this is 0. That's how you get the answer 0.705. Let's look at question 13. You can pause the video and try it out yourself. If not, the answer for 13 is 1. Okay, how do you get 1? Okay, this is what we call units, right? Ratio. Okay, how do we get 90? So this is A, B, and C, and A, B, and C, they give you 3 units is A, and 3 units. How do we get 90? So basically they give you 3:4:2, which is A:B:C, and they told you A is actually 30. That means 3 units is equals to 30. How many sweets are there altogether? There is altogether 9 units. So 9 units will be 3 sets of 3, which is 30 times 3 gives you 90. Simple question. Of course, some of you might do 1 unit, as 1 unit is 10 and then times 9, no problem, you can do that if you require step-by-step method. Okay, so the diagram below shows the different places in the neighborhood. Common question as well. Pause the video, try it yourself. If not, the answer is 1. Okay, so this is the after. They tell you the after. The after, Sally is facing the library. Okay, so if she's facing the library after, that means you will need to work backwards, and she's facing the library in an anti-clockwise because she went this way. So you want to go back, okay, to the original. So instead of anti-clockwise, you go clockwise. 270 mental calculation is 90 times 3, which is 3 times of 90. Remembering the 90, how many 90s in each of the degrees that they give you is make it easier for yourself. So this is 190, 290 and 390. Therefore she is facing the market. Let's go on to question 15. Pause the video now and try it on your own. If not, the answer is 3. How do you get that? Okay, shaded area. So the whole thing is, you see that this is 60 and this is missing. So 60 minus 10 minus 20, you get 30. So what is the area? Half times base times height, which base is actually 30 and the height is actually 30 as well. Make sure that the base and the height is 90 degrees to each other. Therefore, this is 30 and this will therefore be 30 as well. That's how you get 450 centimeters square. Simple question. So paper 1 tests all your basic understanding. And now we move on to this. Question 16. Which letter has both parallel and perpendicular lines? If you want to try on your own, you can take some time, pause the video. If not, the answer is H, because there's parallel lines and there are 90 degrees to each other. Okay? 7 tenths and 23 tenths. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 72.3. How do you get that? Because this is obviously 70, correct? 23 tenths. How do you express this into a decimal? It will be, remember I said that if you want the number to be bigger, you move to the right, but this one is moving to the left because it's divide, so you want a smaller number. So you imagine the decimal place is outside here, move to the left one time, so it is 2.3. So 70 plus 2.3 is 72.3. Find the sum. For question 18, pause the video, try it on your own. If not, the answer is 1 and 11 over 12. How do you get that? The sum is plus. I said that just now. Difference is minus, product is times, sum is plus, quotient is divide. So how do you make them the same denominator first? So it's 1.6 times 4 times 4 plus 1 and 3 over 4 times 6 times 6. So if you multiply them, you get 24 for each of them. If not, you want to get 12, also can common multiple of 12, which is times 2 times 2 and times 3 times 3. That's up to you. So it's 4 plus 18. You will get 1 whole over here because 1 whole plus nothing is still 1 whole. 1 whole plus 18, you get 22 over 24. Simplify, you get 1 and 11 over 12. Of course, if you had the common multiple of 12, you do not need to simplify. You get the answer directly. Okay, pause the video, try it out on your own. If not, the answer is 50. 3 students took part in a race. Ali took 48 seconds to complete the race. This is a very tricky question. Some of you might, how do you get 50? It should be 51 and so on. Okay, you see, Bala took 3 seconds more, which means it's very clear. Bala took 48 plus 3 equals to 51, and this is Bala. Am I right? Carl is faster. This is a race. If he is faster, which means he took less time. So you should take 51 minus 1 to get 50. Those of you who got 52, you see what's going on? Because of the wording here. Faster is a race. So if you're faster in a race, means you took less time. That's why you minus. Okay, let's look at question 20 now. Pause the video. If not, the answer is September. How do you get September? Okay, so this kind of question, you must learn how to count the gaps. Count the gaps. How many gaps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 gaps. So 10 divided by 5. The gap, each gap is 2. So therefore, July is actually 12. You want twice as much as 12, which will give you 24. So who is 24 in this case? This September is 24. Okay? Very simple question. Let's move on again. How do you do questions like this? Pause the video. If not, the answer is... I'll just review the answer and work it out with you. You see, you want to form the greatest odd number, which means you must leave the last digit as an odd number. So which are the odd numbers that we have? We have 5, we have 3, we have 9. These are the odd numbers. You want the greatest odd number, so you should use the smallest one at the back. So you end off with a 3. Then you carry on, you want a big number, right? So now this is the odd number. You want the biggest number, so you go from 9 to 6 to 5 to 2 and then to 0. That's how you get 965 to 03. Okay, next question. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 30. 5 over 12 is 15. What does that mean? That means out of this whole number, you cut it into 12 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 of this is 15. What does that mean? 5 units is equals to 15. What does 1 unit give you? 1 unit will give you 3. So, in that case, this one, they want 5 over 6 of the number. This is 5 over 12 of the number. You notice that of the number is referring to the same thing. But they have different denominators. So you express this into 12. So you times 2, you get 10 over 12. So what they want is 10 units of the 12. So now you found 1 unit is 3. 10 units is therefore 30. Okay? Try the last one, 23. Not the last of this session, of course. Okay, last for this page. The answer is 3 is to 8. How do you get 3 is to 8? This is a repeated identity question. If you noticed, who is the repeated identity? We have A, we have B, and we have C. A and B is 1:2, and B and C is 3:4. Who is the repeated? Of course, it's B. B is repeated. We make them the same, correct? So how do we make them the same? What is the common multiple of 2 and 3? 6. Very good. So which means this whole part here you times 3, and this whole part here you times 2. That's how you get 6 over here. And A will become 3 and 4 will become 8. That is how you get A:C is 3:8. Okay, repeated identity question. Question 24, try it yourself. If not, the answer is 30. Mary had $50, she spent $35, so basically how much did she save? You are supposed to find the percentage, okay? So say you find the save first, so it's 50 minus 35 and you get $15. You want to express percentage of the money that she saved, means what you want is the savings, which is 15. Whatever you want, put it as a numerator. The denominator is the original. Express into percentage, you times 100. That's how you get 30. Okay, remember this. Whatever you want, numerator. Whatever is the original, the denominator. Express into percentage times 100. Okay, remember that. 25. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 1.57. How do you get 1.57? Very simple. It's 3 cm. Notice that the units are different. This is cm, this is meters. So convert this into cm. 1 meters is equals to 100 cm in case you've forgotten. So 1.6 meters is therefore equals to 160 cm. So 160 cm, she is taller, so the sister is shorter. The sister will therefore be 160 minus 3, you get 157. So in terms of meters, if you just directly write if you write 157 meters, that will be wrong. Remember the decimal point, and you need to move 2 places because you want a smaller number. Meters is smaller than cm. Cm is 100 cm for 1 meter, so you move 2012. Okay, therefore the answer is 1.57. Okay, question 26. Try it on your own. If not, the answer is, actually it's quite obvious. It's this one and this one. How do you know? Okay, you turn the page slightly slanted, you will see that if this is supposed to be the symmetry, these 2 sides is supposed to be the same, this is supposed to be the same as this is supposed to be the same as this. You see that? They are mirror images of each other. Okay, let's move on. Question 27, if you need help, you can continue to listen. The answer is 150. Okay, water flows from a water tank at a rate of 450 ml every minute. So this is 450 ml every minute. You want 20 seconds. That means the units changed. Let's express this into seconds then. 60 seconds. Okay, so they want to find out how much water has flowed in 20 seconds. So 20 seconds versus 60 seconds is actually divided by 3. You see that? So divide by 3, meaning all you need to do is 450 divide by 3 to get the 20 seconds. Am I right? This is a shortcut. And therefore you get 150 ml. Done. Okay, you don't even need to divide by 60, then times 20, and you don't need to do that. This is a shortcut. Just as long as you can see the relationship between them is actually a third. 20 is a third of 60. Therefore, you just divide this by a third, you get 150. 28. Try it yourself. If not, the answer is 32. Okay, so how to find the perimeter? Okay, this is very simple because it's equilateral, means all 3 sides is the same, and this is a square, means all 4 sides are the same. So we will add. So this is 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6, plus 6, plus this is the same as this is 4 and this is 4, therefore this is also 4. So this is 4 plus 4, which is 8. And this is 6 plus 2, which is 8. And don't forget this one, we have not added this. This is another 4. And therefore, if you add them together, this is 12 plus 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. And 8 plus 4 is 12. So you add them together, that's how you get 32. Mental sums. Okay? So as I'm doing this with you, I'm demonstrating some shortcuts to you as well. Hopefully this will trigger your mind a little. Okay, try this on your own. If not, the answer is $1.50. How do you do this? Okay, simple question. Very common. A lot of students might get stumped in this, but actually it's very simple. He said 50 cents more than the other day, correct? So there is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we start from the basic 1 unit. You don't know how much that is, right? But you know that the next day he would say 50 cents more. You see, I circle to represent the 50 cents more. On the Wednesday, there will be how many circles? It will be 2 circles, correct? 2 50 cents. And the Thursday, how many circles will there be? 1, 2, 3. 3 circles. And they tell you this will be $9 altogether. So in order to get 4 units, you don't just need to minus all the 50 cents. How many 50 cents are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times of 50 cents is $3. So therefore, 4 units is actually equals to $9 minus $3, and you get $6. And therefore, 1 unit is $1.50. Now, question 30. You can pause the video and try it yourself. If not, the answer is 4. So, what's going on? I'm not quite sure why this question is here because it's extremely easy. It's just a visual test actually. I think it's testing you on how to count gaps. Like this is something that I explained previously in one of the questions for graph. Count the number of gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 gaps. So 20 divided by 5, you realize that each gap is 4. So in order to get $82, you will need to reach definitely more than 80 over here, right? So if each gap is 4, this will get you 84. So when can you actually buy a present worth $82? Week 4. Simple. Okay, let's move on. Paper 2, we can now take out our calculator and start doing this. Okay, you can pause the video here. If not, the answer is $18.48. So how to do this? This one will be 1 and 1 over 10 kilogram is actually 1.1 kilogram. And you need to convert it into 100 because you want to express it as 100 gram, $1.68. So you convert it into grams, 1,100 gram. Okay, because you move the 0 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's how you do that. 1,100. 1,100 is how many 100 grams? Because every 100 gram is $1.68. So 1,100 gram is 1,100 grams. So $1.68 times 11, that's how you get the answer, 18.48. Now try number 2. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 71. Okay, this is very simple because if you, let's enlarge this. This one is, if this is 32, this is a crisscross. That means opposite angles is the same. That means this is 32. If this is 32, this is a straight line, 180. So 180 minus 77 minus 32. That's how you get the answer, 71. Okay, let's move on. Okay, you can pause this video and try this on your own. If not, the answer for this question is Sunday. How do you do this question? Okay, very simple. We first have to convert everything into the same units first. So you see now there's minutes and there's hours, and it is easier because you know that we are going to break this down, right, from Monday, because there is different rates. Weekday is 35 and a weekend is 1 hour. So because there's different rates, it's better to express them into the same unit. So 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours. Let's break this down into minutes. We will have 7 hours times 60 plus the 30 minutes. That's how we get 450 minutes. 450 minutes is to be divided into Friday. We have then Saturday, and then we have Sunday, and then we have Monday to Friday again. Potentially we might have another Saturday and another Sunday. Okay, so we will need to decide how long can this 7.5 hours last. So Friday, Saturday and Sunday, what will this be? This will be 35, and then this will be 60, and this will be 60. Okay, let's cut this off first, because this one, Monday to Friday, we know that this one is 35 times 5. So if we cut this off over here, it will be easier for us to count here. So 35 plus 120, it will give us 155. Okay, and this one will give us 175, and add together, you will realize that this is 330. And if this is 330, we have altogether 450 minutes altogether. Let's see. So definitely we need the Saturday and Sunday. So 330, let's take 450. We minus the 330 and we get 120. 120, isn't that just nice? 2 hours, because 60 plus 60 is 120. So therefore, the total duration, on which day would he complete? He will complete it on Sunday. That's how you get the answer. Let's try the next question. Okay, try it on your own, pause the video. If not, the answer is 400. Find the sum of all the odd numbers. Okay, so this one, you don't actually need to add. Okay, so what you will need to notice is that there is actually a pattern. What is the pattern? The pattern for odd number from 1 to 40 is actually 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. You realize that we are actually skipping number. Correct? We're skipping 2, we're skipping 4, we're skipping 6. So which means for a number 40, to skip one number each, we will therefore have 20 numbers altogether. Do I make sense? Right? Because for every, like let's say 4 numbers, I only have 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, I only have 1 and 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, I only have 5 and 7. So it's always half. You see that? That's why out of the 40 numbers, I only need 20 numbers. And then what's going on is that you realize if you list all the numbers out, you will get 1. The last one is 39. And then you get 3. And the next one is 37. And if you list 5, you get the next number is 35, and so on. So this is actually a method in Olympiad Math that we learn. 1 plus 39 is 40. 3 plus 37 is 40. 5 plus 35 is also 40. Okay, so every time there's a sequential number or there's a pattern number in sequence, you will realize that if you add the first and the last together, you will get a sum. Okay, so it's 20 numbers. If you pair them up, you will get 10 pairs. 10 pairs, each pair gives you a sum of 40. That's how you get the answer, 400. Okay, you may pause the video now for this question. If not, the answer is 8 over 9. Okay, how do you get 8 over 9? You see that you have an overlapping shape over here, and this is actually one piece of A and also one piece of B. So this makes things very easy. If one piece of A and one piece of B, which means if it's 1 over 6 is shaded, that means here is 5. Make sense? If B, 1 over 4 is shaded, that means this is 3. So what is the total area of the whole figure? It will be 5 plus 1. This is 1, right? Plus 3. And the total figure is 9. Which is not shaded. Not shaded is 5 plus 3. That's how you get 8. Answer. Simple. Okay? Try this one. If not, the answer is $7.30. Okay, there's many different methods to do this, from units and parts to addition and finding patterns and all that. But in this particular question, it's a very small number, and it is quite fun because if you see the pattern, you will find it, oh, it's so simple. Because you see, 2 mangoes plus 1 mango gives you 3 mango. 1 durian plus 2 durian gives you 3 durians. Which means if you add them up, you get 3 mango plus 3 durian, which will give you $21.90. So the question is 1 mango and 1 durian, so all you need to do is divide the whole equation by 3. That's how you get $7.30. Okay? Simple. Okay, this one, try it on your own. If not, the answer is 1412. Okay, so 90 words per minute. So this is 90 words and this is in 1 minute. For every 360 words, you will be how many minutes? 4 minutes. Okay, mental sums. 7 words will be typed wrongly. So for every 4 minutes, instead of 360, you will only be getting 353 words for every 4 minutes. So now they're asking you 16 minutes. How long will I take? So very simple. 4 and 16, the relationship is times 4. Am I right? 4 times 4 is 16. So it's 353 times 4. That's how you get the answer 1412. Now try this one. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 448 liters. Okay, simple. Again, I will show you the shortcut. So you notice that if it is 75% filled, what does that tell you? It means this height is actually 75% of the height, because the area, the base area is exactly the same, and all you need to tackle with is the height. 75% filled with the water means the height is also at 75%. So if 120 cm is actually 75%, how much more water do you need to fill it completely? That means you want it to be at 100, which means you want to find out this 25%. So what is 25% then? Then you notice, your mental sums come in. 25%, 75 is actually 3 times of 25. 25 times 3, you get 75. Correct? So if this relationship is a third, that means 120, you just need to divide by 3 and you get the answer 40 equals to 25%. So 40 cm is the height that is missing over here. So in order to get the volume of water, it will be 40 times base times the breadth. That's how you get 448,000 centimeters cubed. Of course, you can leave that as the answer. If not, they say liters. You need to convert. That's how you get 448 liters. Question 9. Try it yourself. If not, the answer is 55, not 56. I think most of you will get 56. Am I right? I hope not. Okay, what's going on? Multiple of 7 and then multiple of 5. Basically, at this point, you will understand that, okay, common multiple question. Am I right? Okay, so what is a multiple of 7? Let's do this first. A multiple of 7 between 20 to 60. But next year, it will be a multiple of 5. Okay, let's list them down first. Multiple of 7 will be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, and 56. Okay, because it reaches until 60 only, so we stop there. And the thing is, he said that next year it will become a multiple of 5, so you have to plus 1. So it becomes 8, 15. So this 2 you don't want, because you want it between 20 and 60. So this will be 22, this will be 29, and this will be 26, and this is 43, and this is 50, and this is 57. I think it's quite obvious. You want a multiple of 5. It cannot be this, cannot be this, cannot be this, cannot be this, cannot be this. It has to be 50, because 50 is the only multiple of 5, which is between 20 and 60. So now we know next year, Kai Xuan will be 50 years old. How old will he be 6 years later? So it should be 55 plus 5 and not 6, because next year he's 50. Next year it wouldn't be 6 years later. Next year is 5 years. 6 years later from next year is 5 years. That's how you get 55. Okay? If not, what you can understand is that next year he's 50, this year he's 49, 6 years later, 49 plus 6. That's how you get 55 as well. Okay? Okay, try this on your own. If not, the answer is 2,400. Okay, how do you do this? Very simple. 2 identical laptops. So one laptop will therefore cost 1,800. Okay, and this is actually after 25% discount, which means this 1,800 is actually only 75%. What's the original price? Original price means 100%. Okay, so how do you do this kind of question? Very simple. It's just 1800 divided by 75 times 100. If your mental sum is good, you will know that 75% is actually 3 times of 25 and 100% is 4 times of 25. So it's 1,800 divided by 3 times 4. You will still end up with the same answer, 2,400. Okay? Okay, try question 11. If not, the answer is 18 centimeter square. How do you get this? Okay, I think some of you will get very stumped because you're trying to find this little part over here. But please bear in mind, whenever they ask you to find a shaded part of a triangle or whichever shapes, if the shaded part, the part that they are asking you to find, is impossible to find, it's because they want you to find what is outside. Okay, and you realize that there is a part that is missing over here. This is the missing part that you will need to figure out as well. So let's label them. Let's say I want to find A, I want to find B, and I want to find C. And then I will take the whole rectangle minus A, minus B, minus C. I'll be able to get the shaded part. You see that? Okay, let's take a clean look at this again. Okay, let's label this as A. Let's find B, and then let's find C over here. Okay, so what is A? A equals to half times base times height. We have the base over here. The base will be 6. Okay, and what is the height? The height, if this is 3, this is a square, this is also 6. So it's half times base times height. That's how I get 18. Now, what is B? B, half times base times height. So the base here is 3 because this is a square. So if this is 3, then this will be 9. So it's half times base, which is the whole thing, 9, times 3. And that's how I get 13.5. And so part C. Part C will be, if this is 6, this will be 3 as well. And this is 3, this will be 3 as well. So therefore, it is half times base times height. And that is 4.5. Find the shaded area. So the whole thing, just now I said we're going to find the whole area of the rectangle. The area of the whole rectangle is 6 times 9. So 6 times 9, I get 54. So how do I find the shaded part now? Therefore, it will be 54 minus, you plus A, B, C together. Once you get everything out, you will get the answer 18. Okay, that's how you get 18 centimeters square. So always remember, find the shaded part means find the unshaded part first to get the shaded part at the end. Okay, try number 12 on your own. Pause the video. If not, the answer is 1:1:1. This one you can get it without even working out. No working, completely no working needed. Because they said they have the same amount in the end. It's mentioned in the question, right? Same amount in the end. The only possible answer is 1:1:1. And part B is 306. Before you carry on, what heuristic is this? This heuristic is, you notice that if I give you, you give me, internal transfer, you can call that, I call it constant total in my book. The PSLE Math Guidebook, okay? Get one copy quickly. Constant total. Why constant total? Because N gave to Ming and Shanta. Okay, so N has 10 and Ming has 5 to start with. Shanta has 3. And she gave them something. So if she gave them something, it will mean that the total is the same. Right? So if all 3 of them is supposed to have the same, they end up having 6, 6, 6. Because 18 divided by 3 is 6. Which means how many the N gave away? N gave away 4 units. 4 units equals to 68. Therefore, 1 unit is equals to 17. So if they all have the same, if you write the you will most likely write the ratio as 6:6:6. Please correct yourself. Understand that simplest form 1:1:1. Find the total number of sweets the children have altogether. Altogether, they have 18 units. So therefore, part B, 18 units, 1 unit is 17 times 17. That's how you get, say, 306. Okay? Constant total. Okay, try this question. If not, I'm gonna review the answer. The answer is 21097. How do you get that? Okay, first we identify the pattern. The pattern is 4012, 4012, 4012, and so on. What is 628? Okay, the 628th number. So the pattern is in 4, so it's 628 divided by 4. I will realize, oh, it's a very nice number. It's 157 sets of 4. 157 sets of 4 with no remainder. Okay, no remainder meaning I will end up exactly at the last number, which is 2. Part B, what is the sum of the first 627 number? So 627 number meaning you will end up with the last number as 1, okay? So the last set you don't count. I am supposed to have 157 sets of 4012, but 627 is before the entire set of 157, so I will end up with only 156 sets. And they want me to find the sum. The sum will be this entire number add together, 4 plus 1 plus 2. Am I right? But I want 627, which means I don't want the last number. I want 4, I want 5. So I plus 4 plus 1 over here. That's how I get the answer 1097. Okay, so this is actually 7. 156 times 7 plus 5. 1097. Okay, think about it. If you're lost, you can leave me a comment. I will repeat this question again for you. Okay, do this question on your own. If not, the answer is $8.05. How do you get this? This is also quite a simple question. The English book is actually $14. Am I right? She also bought an equal number of Chinese books at a different price. The Chinese book is a different price. The average price of the English plus the Chinese is $11. But it's an average. They say average, which means if you want to find the total, you should times 2. And so the English and the Chinese book is total $22. So how much is the Chinese book given that the English book is 14? So 22 minus 14, that's how you get $8. And you know that Susan paid $30 more, okay? That's what they told you. Susan paid $30 more. So how is it that you can get $30 more? You don't even know how many of the books did she buy each. So you can find out how many books she actually bought using the difference between the English and the Chinese books. So the English books is $14, the Chinese book is $8. So the difference between them is therefore $14 minus $8. That's how you get $6. And this $6 makes up the $30, which means if I take the $30 divide by the $6, I will realize, okay, she bought 5 English books. Use the difference, divide by the difference to find out how many items there are. Okay, there's a common heuristic, difference divide by difference. Okay, question 15. Try it on your own. If not, the answer is, this is a tricky question. 11:45. This is simple, easy to get. 11:45 a.m. And the other one is 1 hour 45. There's no typo error, there's no calculation error. A lot of children will get 1 hour 55. Am I right? Okay, let me explain this. From East Mall to the View Mall, you actually need 20 minutes. Did you get that? Okay, 20 minutes because from here to here. Am I right? That's 20 minutes. So Peter took the bus from East Mall to View Mall, 20 minutes. Then he walked 10 minutes. So every time, in order for him to get to John's house, the entire distance from East Mall to John's house is actually 20 plus 10. Okay, so there is a 30 minutes. So he reached John's house at 12:15. At what time did Peter take the bus from East Mall? So he reached John's house at 12:15. So all you need to do is from 12:15 you reverse his footsteps of 30 minutes, right? You want to find out what time it is at East Mall. So 12:15 minus 30 minutes, that's how you get 11:45. Okay, so this is part A. This is a simple part. The part B is the one that a lot of you would have gotten it wrong. How long did Peter and John spend at View Mall? Okay, you see, from 12:15, half an hour later. So they hang out in John's house for half an hour. So 12:15 plus half an hour later, you will get 12:45 p.m. So they decided to visit View Mall. But take note, from View Mall to John's house, they need to walk 10 minutes to John's house. Am I right? So the reverse is the same. For 12:45, they need to walk to the bus station. Okay, they need to walk to View Mall. So 12:45 plus 10 minutes, you will reach View Mall at 12:55 p.m. And Peter reached East Mall upon boarding the bus at 3 o'clock, and this 3 o'clock refers to this. This is the 3 o'clock, which means he took the bus to East Mall at 2:40. 2:40. So this one is 12:55. He took the bus at 2:40. How many minutes is that? Okay, so 12:55. Let's say we stop at the hour. Let's say this is 13 hour, and so this is 5 minutes over here. 13 to 2 will be 1 hour over here, and this is 40 minutes. So therefore, there is a 40 minutes between them over here, and that's how you get 1 hour and 45 minutes altogether. Okay, think about it. I think the mistake that you made is you forgot the 10 minutes. Actually, it's a very simple question. Question 16, try yourself. If not, the answer is 24 and 154. Now, what heuristic is this? The heuristic for this is called the pull down method. I call it the pull down method. Okay, pull down method, meaning we just keep pulling it down. Okay, so Friday, let's say Friday, this is the whole entire storybook. Okay, 3/7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I read 3 out of 7 on Friday. Okay, and on Saturday, I will pull it down. This is what is left on Saturday. I read 28 pages. This is 28, right? So whatever is left will be Sunday. So Sunday is this part, and Sunday I cut it into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I read 2 of the remainder, leaving 36 unread. So you notice that this 36 is actually the 3 units over here. Is it right? Okay, so if 3 unit is 36, 1 unit is therefore 12. The entire Sunday, 2 units, how many pages did she read? That will be 2 units. That's how you get 24. Okay, so this entire thing, Sunday, is actually 5 units. So let's carry on. Because we want to find the total number of pages, we need to carry on. So 5 units will therefore be 12 times 5, which is 60. Which means this whole thing is 60. This whole thing is 60 means this is 60. So altogether over here, from here to here, will give us 88. So if this from here to here is 88, this is 4 units equals to 88. Therefore, 1 unit, and continue down here, 1 unit is 22. And altogether, he has 7 units. The whole thing is 7 units. So 7 units, that fetches me 154. This is the pull down method. Why pull down method? Because you pull the remainder down and you work from the back all the way up. Pull down method. Okay? Last question. Try it on your own. If not, the answer is 21 and 69. How do you do this? This is what we call everything change in my book. Okay, some schools have taught this, some schools have not. Taonan obviously teaches it in advance. Okay, so if you have not been taught units and parts yet, don't worry. So how do you identify this question? What is everything change? What is units and parts? Because you see, the beads and the toothpicks, she used the beads, she used the toothpicks, and from 3 times it changes to 2 times. So basically in this question, everything changed. So you need to first identify that because everything changed, the only method that you can use here is units and parts. Of course, if you want to draw model, you can. It can be done using model, no problem. But units and parts is clearer for a lot of students. Once you figure out the relationship, you are able to summarize everything into a table. It becomes very easy. Okay, units and parts. So you express everything into units and parts. We have the beads and we have the toothpick. Okay, let's put everything down first. You have 3 times at first, and this is 1 time. And then you use 186 of the beads and minus 27 of the toothpicks. You're summarizing everything into the table. Then end up you will have twice as much of the toothpicks as the beads. So you see the U and the P coming out. Okay, why do you need to change? Because it's a different size. The units and the parts are different sizes, so you need to change it. So you write everything in the same column as one equation. So at first it's 3 units, am I right? You take away 186 and you are left with 1 part of the beads. The same thing, do the same thing for the T, which is 1 unit minus the 27, and you are left with 2 parts. So now the thing is, you have 2 different equations. What must you do? You equalize them. Okay, equalize. Equalize either the units or the parts. What do I mean by equalize? That means make them the same size. This is what you do when you're drawing model as well. You need to make them the same size. So how do you make them the same size? The most clear, the most direct part will be to multiply this whole equation by 2. Why by 2? Because if you multiply by 2, you will end up having the same 2 parts. You see, I'm rewriting this. Okay, so 3 times 2, I get 6. 186 times 2, I get 372, and 1p equals 2p. Then you will realize, oh, they are the same. Now can I compare? Yes, because the parts are the same size. Now I can compare 6 unit and 1 unit, I get 5 units. 372 and 27, I will end up with, how many units is that? How much is that? 3, 4, 5. So if 3, 4, 5, so 1 unit will therefore give me 69. If 1 unit is 69, how many beads did Dawn have in the end? Okay, so for Dawn, it will be, you want to have the beads. At first, the beads is 3 units. So you take 3 units times 69, you get 207. But in the end, it will be 207 minus 186. That's how you get the answer 21. How many toothpicks did Dawn have at first? Dawn has 1 unit of toothpick at first, therefore the answer is already found here, 69. Okay, that's how you do. Everything changed, units and parts. I think most schools wouldn't have taught units and parts at P5. They will teach it after P5 in preparation for PSLE. But if your school has taught this units and parts and everything changed, then you will be expected to know how to do this. Okay, figure this out. If you need more questions like this, let me know in the comments and I will give you some more questions for units and parts, everything changed. Okay, this is also available in my book, the PSLE Math Heuristics Guidebook. Okay, grab one copy now. That's all for today's paper. I hope you have revised well. See you soon. Bye-bye.